G'day guys, it's Ben again, here to bring you another video. This one is going to do a product review of the Ryobi One system 18 volt circular saw. That is this one right here. Okay, so I really like this tool. I like the textured grip on it. I like the fact that we've got a four grip on it. It's very easy to use whether you're left or right handed, and you'll find this little safety catch positioned just near your thumb, and the trigger mechanism is obviously located near your index finger. So this tool is very easy to use from either hand. As soon as you engage that the safety catch, you'll find that it activates a red laser light. Be aware that, and you need to treat that as a laser light, so be real careful with that. Alrighty, so it has a 165mm blade here, and there is a tool, a hex key, located in the rear of the tool of the circular saw, which you can use to change the blades if you need to. So I really like that feature, and I find it really useful to have your kind of maintenance tools stored with the actual circular saw itself. Alrighty, so this can cut down to 52mm or 2 inches, which I think is a really useful sort of cutting depth, and you have this sort of clear perspex blade cover, or blade guard, which is a really useful thing to do. There's 18 teeth on the actual blade itself, and you've got a bevel position just here where you can adjust the angle of the blade, right? So from 0 through to 52 degrees, which I think is a really fantastic feature. And you can adjust the cutting depth on this handle on the rear, and that means that if you only want to cut out dados, or if you want to cut just like a very shallow groove into your woodwork, then this is a really good way to do this. This is obviously compatible with all the different Ryobi One batteries, and as I sort of mentioned in previous videos, just sort of take note of your serial numbers, because they're really important too. What I do also like about this, with it being a battery operated tool, one of the great features of it is not that loud at all. I don't know exactly what decibels this is. If you do know, can you just drop a comment below, because I'd really appreciate that, and we can just share that in with the community here. Alrighty, that said, you should always wear your safety specs when you're using cutting tools. So with the Ryobi batteries, there's quite a few different options. There's some of the older school batteries like this one, and you will have seen this in some of my videos, but you can also get other types of batteries as well. So this is a 2.5 amp battery. It's a really, it's very lightweight. It's on the lithium technology. It's also got an indicator, as you might be able to see, which tells me how much power is left and how long I've got basically before I'm going to really need to charge it up. But it's a really good battery. This one is 1.4 amp. It doesn't have an indicator on it, which is a little bit of a shame, but that one's really useful for things like the torches and the lights and so on, and some of your smaller things that you're not going to use so much, or you're not going to use for a long time. Obviously it doesn't have the kind of weight factor that some of the other batteries do. Lastly, we've got the 5 amp battery. You can get these in twin packs for around about $200 from Bunnings, which is really good, because if you're buying a single one, I think they're like 150 or so, so massive saving there. Again, you've got an indicator for how much power is left in your battery, and you've also got the serial numbers and that kind of thing on the bottom. Again, as I've said before, these are really useful. Record your serial numbers, that way you know if someone's nicked your tools or something like that, you can report the serial numbers to the police, and they'll track them through things like second-hand shops, pawn shops, whatever, or on the internet, and they can prove, because that serial number is unique to that item, and they can prove that way if someone else has got that item with that serial number, it's obviously been stolen from you. Also, Ryobi's got that number, and they can tell you if there's been a problem reported with that batch. They can get you to return the item, swap it over for a different one. So it's really good to know your serial numbers, and that way you've got that bit of extra assurance. And what I'm finding with this is The weight of this is only like about 1.8 kilos, which is really good. It's not so heavy that like younger people or I guess sort of people of a lesser stature kind of thing, they're not going to get intimidated by this tool, and so it helps I guess make sort of woodworking and DIY kind of more available for everyone, which is a really good thing. So always want to line up your laser with your cutting lines. I find that to be just, you know, such a really good tool. It's not over powerful, so you don't need to use, you know, like a 10,000 watt kind of like saw. So this for the home handy person or for the DIY kind of person, you know, this is a really great tool, and I find it just like such a user friendly kind of tool as well. So do highly recommend it. I think the price point is pretty good. And as I say, it is it's covered by the Ryobi sort of 2-year warranties, and Ryobi is really good, I find, at helping you out. You can often find the Ryobi sales reps in your Bunnings stores. So Bunnings is the major sort of warehouse chain in Australia, and the Ryobi One sales reps are only too happy to talk to you, and they'll advise you, and I find that really good. I found that personally with when I purchased a shredder, a garden shredder, and I think the actual Bunnings salespeople had sold me the wrong one, and I sort of took this up with the Ryobi sales rep, and he said, "Oh, actually, you know what? You really do want this particular one over here." So I was able to go in, swap it over, and that was just really excellent. And I found that sort of customer service level absolutely supreme. So so there we go, guys. Look. I don't think there's any sort of negative point on this at all. The only thing that I could possibly sort of mention is that I find in Australia we're still getting a lot of the tools with the imperial measurements, so the inches and that kind of stuff. And most people in Australia don't really use feet and inches anymore, or very few of us do. So I think if it was measured in centimetres, I think that would be a better thing. But there we go, minor points. And there we go. So thanks very much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please press the like button. Please feel free to share this video on your favourite social media such as Pinterest, Twitter or Facebook. If you have any comments, suggestions, please leave a comment below. Tell me what kind of projects you'd like to see me do. Please subscribe to this channel for future updates, as we release videos all the time, and undoubtedly we'll be covering topics of your interest in the near future. This is the Urban Hobby Farm. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.